example, what we are going to do is that we are going to look for the evaluate components and then trying to do some mathematical evaluation on the data stream that we have, right? So in order to create that, one of the things that we want to do, we're going to use is basically creating a range of data versus the one that it was just a series. And for creating a range of data, what we need is a starting point and an end point, or basically a domain of data, saying that this is going to be the domain that we are creating that range of data. And then from that, it's going to be an input for that the mathematical evaluate component, which use the mathematical expression for generating the output data. So let's get back to our Grasshopper. And then for the first part, we are going to bring the domain. So we're going to say domain, construct domain. So the construct domain is create a numeric domain. It has two inputs, A and B, which in this case, I'm going to use 4, a number between 4 and -4. So the first one is going to be 4. For creating a -4, remember how we did that? Just type -4, yeah. And that's going to generate 0, 4. So I'm going to connect that one to the input as well. So now I have the domain, which the domain it says 4 to -4. Now, I want to use the range. So the range, it's the first input for the range is getting the inputs from the domain, which is that I, goes here. And then it also wants us to give us the exact number of the range that we want to create. So again, we stick with that 20 number, and we connect that to that range. Now let's check what number is generated here. So I'm going to go connecting the outcome to panel. And as you see, it's getting that range, and it's basically divided by the number of inputs for that, and it's generating a number, for example, -4 all the way to 4. Now that I have that, it's using the evaluate component to kind of do some mathematical expression on it. Now, I'm going to use the evaluate, and there are multiple of them. We are using the evaluate, which has the function on it. So evaluate function, and obviously the input is going to be the input from the range, which is going to be the x value, and you see that there is a y value there. But if you have more value as an input to this, what you can do, if you zoom in closely to that evaluate, you see that you can just click on it and add more variables into that evaluate as well. Now, I'm going to double click on the evaluate itself, and what it's going to do is just bring in this expression designer. So within expression designer, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a hyperbolic, hyperbolic function, parabolic function. So I'm going to use x, and I'm going to use to the power of 2. So x to the power of 2, that's going to be my function for this. Now, I got the value of x, which was that numbers, and then the outcome of it will be the outcome of the function, basically, the one. So now that I have that number, what I have to do is that I want to create like a series of points. So I'm going to construct the points. So construct points. And the input for the x is going to be the outcome from the range, and the y value will be the outcome from the evaluate function. Now I create a series of points. If I go back here, you see if I zoom in here, that is the outcome of that. So you see that is generated that. And then the last part of this is another function that we are going to learn about, and it's basically interpolating curve. So interpolating curve is basically get a series of points and then try to fit a curve within the series of points. So the outcome of the points will be input for the interpolate curve. So I'm going to click on that. And then the input of the points goes directly to this. And if you look at it, you see that now I have a line on the rhino as well.